All right, the Fed meeting is over. It took place yesterday at 8 p.m. and as predicted, they increased the interest rates by another 25 base points. And well, the interesting thing is the announcement in the press conference was, well, there is no problems with the bank. The banking crisis is over. And 2 hours later, a new bank declared that they're in deep trouble. It's again a regional bank. So this is the fourth bank in 6 weeks who is going to be in trouble. And well, Credit Suisse, as we know, has been taken over by the UBS. So we are now on 5%. And for this reason, first of all, we look to the overall market. And we see here the S&P 500, mainly red. I think this is a result of the increase from yesterday. Very important is now that we quickly check the expectations from the FedWatch tool for June 14. This is going to be the next Fed meeting. And why is this important? Because the majority of the market believe that we saw now a peak with 5%. Actually, 90% thinks we stay on the 5%. A lot of market participants actually believe that we will see, starting in July, August, a decrease of interest rates, which is most likely necessary for the banks and also for the stock market. Okay, here we come to the Bitcoin. 29,190, more or less on a 4-hourly base. We saw a nice increase yesterday after the Fed meeting. This is very interesting. And the problems with this new bank. So all in all, the Bitcoin is stable and can even take profit of the situation with this uncertainty in the market. That's really interesting. We quickly check the market capitalization. We are still on place 11 with $566 billion. Very strong. Okay, we come to the Bitcoin halving clock. As you guys know, the countdown is running. You can see it. It's 338 days to the next halving. Very important. April 7, still in 24, is the estimated time. Okie doke. So Bitcoin stable over $29,000. That's very good. And I think now is the time to have a look into the technical details, how the near future of a Bitcoin could look like. Okay, we start with fear and greed, like always, 64% in the greed zone. Very stable, the same like yesterday, by the way. On the timeline, you see the very nice uptrend. Very important is the heat map, all green today, so all the other coins are following the BTC. That's a good sign. Bear in mind that the S&P 500 heat map was red. So this is quite a very good sign for the whole market. 48% dominance of Bitcoin, no change on a high level. Market is driven by futures. We quickly check the liquidations. They get a little bit less. People get more scared about betting to the up and down side. That's good. Very important is the real deal, Bitcoin loaded addresses. And we see now since 3 days an increase. And this is the spot market. So this is very good. We are over 46 million active wallets, loaded addresses. This is really good. Okie doke. Bitcoin Google trend, more sort of downtrend. This is because of the US. Market is driven by Europe. Bitcoin on a yearly base. Well, we are still moving upwards since the bottom we saw. Volume still very low. And now very important, we check the technical trend indicators like we do every day. And, well, we are still in this very narrow band. You can see the Bollinger Bands are not far away from each other, the red and the green. We are pretty much in the middle line, on the blue line. Interesting is the MACD here. And the MACD is, this is on a daily base, not far away from having a bullish crossover from a downside to the upside. That would be great. Especially because the RSI is around about 50%, it's 53%. So the market is in a very good situation. Well, the momentum indicator says we could see over $31,000 in the next 48 hours. Would be great. Cycle model, very much on track. This is really amazing. I must say this every day when I look at this. So real price and model price is only $300 away from each other. Very good. Target price for April 7, the halving point still about 41,000. Second model says more or less the same. Important Fibonacci retracements. Last night we left the nowhere zone with 50%. We went into the golden box with 61.8. Hopefully we can stay here. Moving average 50 to 200 days. This is something new. The interesting thing here is whenever we see a cross, a golden cross, which is the blue line, comes from the downside through the red line. This is called golden cross. We see a bullish uptrend. And the other thing is that we saw a death cross here after the height of $69,000, and the price went down. So we have either golden crosses or death crosses. This is basically what it is. And this looks very nice. Last thing here is Bitcoin history. From this cycle, 3 years are more or less over, 11 months we have to go. And you can see in the history that the cycles were very similar with starting points, the tops and the lows. So it's very interesting what's going to happen in the next 11 months. We quickly check the minor index we established. Now this index starts with a halving in May 11, 2020. And as you can see, the shares from the miners were made over 800% increase, and the Bitcoin itself only 233. So if you don't want to invest into the Bitcoin with all the problems with passwords and exchanges and all this thing, you can just buy shares and eventually you make even more profit. Quite a good thing. All right, you guys, I hope it was valuable information. Would be great to see you tomorrow again. Thanks and bye-bye.